5 o'clock on the dot. Here at the spot, you know what you got. You got break on through. It's true. So let's break it. Come on in the house. Oh, yeah. What's this, November 9th? Hey, Stephen. Robert Cobb's in here with us. What, did this time change mess y'all up? It's taking y'all a long time to get in here. There's Jason Freeman with us live. Chris Wilson. Jason Little. Stick Elliott live. Oh, come on in, guys and girls. I got a lot to talk about today. There's my main Dennis Highland. And there's Dave Prino. I told you it ain't break on through unless Dave Prino's here. Johnny. Now everybody must think it's 6 o'clock. And they missed break on through, but it's 5 o'clock. There's Callie. Steve, you love this hat? That's all right. I'm going to talk about it. Let a few more people get inside. Well, how's everybody doing today? Great, I hope. A nice fall Tuesday. Everything is Tuesday. Y'all know that song? Trusty! Nathan Trusty is in here with us. Heather, all the way from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, here with us live. And then somebody's here from Australia. I couldn't see the name. It disappeared too fast. Well, there's not a whole lot of people in here with us right now, but you know what? You don't need a lot of people to have a good time. Best time I ever had in my life, it wasn't but 2 of us. Oh, here's somebody from somewhere. I couldn't even read that, but hey, welcome. Welcome to Break On Through is what you do. On the Mark shirts. Ring the bell. On the Mark shirts, back in business. What does on the Mark shirts back in business mean, Jeff Clayton? As you might be asking me right now. Stan Hansen hat. Someone wants to know about the Joe Butt. Well, he said Joe Butt, but he means Joe Buck shirts. Talk to my main Bobby Gunstrom on Facebook. He'll hook you right up, son. On the Mark shirts. Yeah. Back in business again. Stan Hansen hat. Thin Lizzy hat. The boys are back in town. Oh, yeah. Still got some Freebird shirts left. So get over there quickly. Now, you know all you got to do is go on my Facebook page or Destructo Central, and you'll find the post about this. And then you'll see the link, you'll know exactly where to go, and you are there. I'm not going to try to write backwards damn links again on here. Oh yeah, when you order a hat, it won't be backwards. Mine are the only ones that come backwards. On the Mark shirts. Get on it. Don't wait 6 months from now. Damn, Jeff Clayton, where'd you get that Stan Hansen hat? I'm telling you right now where I got it. All right, everybody. It's time to get your break on through brew together. Because we're gonna have a little toast. Because tomorrow is the birthday of my good pal, Adam Neal, lead singer of the Hookers, Savage Master. And if y'all want to pretend like you ain't never heard either one of those bands, how about Brothers of Conquest? How about Blade of the Ripper? How about Rock and Roll Outlaw? Oh, you know the real obscure stuff. Okay, yeah. All right, well. To my main man, Adam Neal, many more to you, brother. Go ahead, drink it now. Don't forget about my friend, Janice Blythe. She's got these on sale on her site now. Beautiful stickers. There's an option to buy one or three. And these will, when you put them on something, they will last forever. Can you dig it? Car, lunchbox, toolbox. Hey, you can get some autographed pictures too. I'm telling you, Christmas is coming. The people that are doing a fantastic job of running this country is already telling us, oh, Christmas is going to be tough on you this year, Hoss. You ain't going to be able to afford nothing. Can y'all dig that? So you might want to listen to what they say. Go ahead and buy some Christmas presents now. ANTiSEEN.com. And when you go on Facebook, go to Janice Blythe Scream Queen page. Autographed pictures, affordable. The gift that keeps on giving, the gift that someone would not expect. KD After Dark. Y'all know KD. Adam Wolf. The Dean of Sods. He's got a YouTube channel. KD After Dark. He posts something on there every day. Go check him out. Usually some pretty funny shit on there. Dylan Dorsey says, hey man, I'm late. Hey, but you're here, Dylan. You ain't missed a whole lot. You can go back and watch the beginning later. Now, I don't know, but, you know, we're practicing up this week for a show we're doing Saturday. At Ground Zero Spartanburg. You're going, Jeff Clayton, do y'all only play Ground Zero now? Well, you know what? Yeah, pretty much. We play Ground Zero and the Tipsy Burrow. And that's all. That's all we play. We might play somewhere else in Charlotte soon, but Stick Elliott says he saw Christy Canyon on KD After Dark. That is right. All the big stars are on KD After Dark. Oh yeah, yours truly is going to be on there soon. Oh yeah, you ain't seen nothing like you're going to see on that. I got a list here. That's why I'm looking down. I wrote it on the back of a bill that I have no intention of paying. But let's see. Nah, I'm going to pay it eventually. But anyway, we're practicing for the show. Saturday, Ground Zero with I Hate God. One of our great pals from New Orleans. Y'all know who they are. Man wants to know if we're doing any Ted Nugent covers. No, not in the foreseeable future. But this Saturday, Ground Zero, Spartanburg, South Carolina, ANTiSEEN and I Hate God, and some special guest bands. Man, you might say, well, damn, Jeff Clayton, I just saw you back in August. This ain't going to be the same show. I can promise you that. This is going to be different. We're practicing up for it now. Well, not now, but Malcolm Tent is in the Carolinas. Unfortunately, for circumstances beyond our control, I could not have him in here today. And I'm assuming, now I know what assuming does, but I'm assuming that he will be doing a Tent Talks Tunes tomorrow, Wednesday. Now here's the big news. Remember, at the beginning of that, of the lockdowns and all, I was doing Break On Through 2 times a week. Well, this week is going to be a double shot of Break On Through. Oh yeah. I'm going to do today, like I'm doing right now. And I will also be doing Thursday at 5 o'clock because I got a special guest in town. The boy is back in town. The one and only, one of the longest running members of ANTiSEEN, Mr. Tom O'Keefe, will be right here with me in Break On Through Studios. Thursday, 5 o'clock on the spot, right here on the dot. All right. You know what I'm going to talk about today? Punk rock. Well, damn, Jeff Clayton, you talk about punk rock about every damn shit. No. I'm going to talk about being into punk rock and growing up in a small town. You know, Jason Green, what's up, brother? Give me them shoes there, son. No, Judas Bullethead's not going to play Thursday. But let me tell you something about small town and punk rock. That's a part of the punk rock community that doesn't get romanticized at all. Because most guys and girls will move from a small town to a big city like we did, and then want to shed all that small town. Get it all up out of here. They want to seem big city. Now, I'm not saying we didn't. You know, too. We probably did. I don't know. But early on, we embraced our small town upbringing. And we still do to this day. Small town and punk rock, Sharpies and denim jackets. You hit that nail right on the head there, Hoss. Man, but let me make something perfectly clear. This is punk rock, small town, late 70s, early 80s. Oh yeah. It wasn't easy. What wasn't easy, you might ask? Well, I mean, we didn't, well, of course, you know, I gotta sit here and go, well, we didn't have the internet, but we didn't. All we had was the best form of finding out stuff was word of mouth. From, you know, your older friends that maybe, you know, were being able to travel and go around and see stuff and see bands and stuff like that and tell you about it. Next was through rock magazines. Now, I don't recall some of them being very friendly to punk rock. They had to eventually, but you know, I think Cream always was. ANTiSEEN was like tailor-made for punk rock. There was always like an up-and-coming new band section in the back of ANTiSEEN, and you know, like I remember seeing Killer Kane in that. You know, Arthur Kane from the New York Dolls. They had Blackie Lawless in that band. They're Killer Kane. There's a picture of them like on a table with their heads through the table, like their heads were cut off. I think I even saw, I could be wrong about this, but the punk rock band from Detroit, well, they weren't called punk rock, but the band from Detroit, Death, I think they were in there. Spider was in there. Pure Hell. Tons of bands, man. And it usually gave their address or, you know, told if they had anything released and stuff like that. But, man, you know, we would take trips, you know, because we're working class. We couldn't go during the week. We had to wait till school was out, make sure we got our paycheck from our shitty part-time jobs, either working at the fish camp or working at the warehouse and Kmart, whatever the hell we were doing. But we would travel to Charlotte and go to Grapevine Records, New World Records, the Record Exchange. And man, back then you just pretty much bought stuff just on what you heard, or if the record looked cool. Jason Green said, you baled hay. Brother, listen, man, every summer we were baling hay. Baling hay, picking up potatoes, shelling green beans. Man, our grandma used to get us all like in a big circle, everyone popping green beans. But yeah, that's where you get the records. And hell, sometimes you have to get them on 8-track. But man, the punk rock flame really ignited us getting off our ass and doing something. It did exactly what it was supposed to do to us, a group of kids in small town North Carolina. Yeah, we were probably a few steps behind, and you know, kids in New Jersey or New York or the surrounding areas of LA or San Francisco. But you know, we it had to filter down to us. Now, there's already people from New York and England in 1979 saying, "Oh, punk is dead. Punk is dead." They say that a lot, you know, but it's never been dead. A certain era could be dead. That's true. But so we started our band, you know, like anybody. There were two guys that I started my band with in New London, North Carolina, back in the late 70s. And it was a fella named Randy Sides and a guy named Dean Turner. Dean has popped in on here before. I meant to interact with him, but I think he had bailed before I mentioned him. But I don't know, maybe he'll pop in again one day. I'd love to talk to those guys, man. So we started like anyone else. Well, okay, man, we want to be Kiss. We want to be Ted Nugent. We want to be Aerosmith. Man, we couldn't play any of those songs. We could play parts of them. Man, we would try to play Draw the Line. Da 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 da, ding ding ding, da 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 da, ding ding ding. That's all we got. Dun 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 dun. All right. Dun 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 dun. Hey man, that's scratch. We got Catch Red Tree, man. We about got that one down, son. I don't think we played any like whole songs. But then it ain't happened. We heard the Ramones. See, we never heard nobody talk about them. I don't even know how we got. Dean was the first one to get it. I think he may have bought Rocket to Russia on 8-track tape. Maybe that's what it was. But it was at Dean's house. We listened to it, and I just remember us all sitting there in his room and him putting it on, and we're just going. It was like they opened the thing and the light came out. And we're like, man, we can do this. I mean, at first I think, because don't get me wrong, these guys are pretty talented. Randy especially was a very talented guitar player. But he picked up his guitar and he's like, man, I can play these songs. I don't care. He played it. Dean picked up his bass, played along. Sometimes we're sitting there, you know, one on the bed, one on a beanbag chair, one of us on a damn desk chair. We had I don't care. Down. And man, I'm thinking, it's like after that, man, it was a mad dash to get as much of that stuff as we could possibly get. Like any and all Ramones, like as far as Ramones, man, there was only the first three were out at the time. And man, it's like by the time we started actually practicing and playing, I would say we probably played most of those first three records. We didn't play them all. I'm not going to say we played all of it. We played a lot of them. And we had a drummer at the time who joined named Daryl Jackson. And he was just no drum lessons, nothing, just a natural drummer. I mean, when he's played, he was just. I mean, he picked that up the 16ths. You know, he could do it flawlessly. We amazed ourselves sometimes. And then it was like, Ramones. Then it was the Clash. And the Sex Pistols. The Dead Boys. And I remember the Dead Boys. We played Sonic Reducer. All This and More. Maybe we played Ain't Nothing to Do. Clash. We played Jenny Jones. What's My Name? Hell, man, we even played Train in Vain. Played it damn good, too. I wish I still had the cassette tapes of those recording. Man, we used to... I'm getting ahead of myself, but we played Pretty Vacant, both Pistols. Anarchy in the UK. New York. But, man, we never really did nothing. I mean, we only played one show the whole time. We called ourselves Kamikaze. Oh, yeah. Now, here's a story, man. I just thought of this story for the first time in many, many years the other day. Yesterday. I had some Leonard Skinner come up on one of my playlists at work. It was Give Me 3 Steps. And, man, that song took me back. Now, I'm going to tell you this story now. We used to practice in a old mobile home trailer. And it was a pink and white and black trailer. Now, Randy's dad, Pinky Sides, who's no longer with us, R.I.P. Pinky Sides, he had this trailer down on his mother's land. And, man, we used to just go in there and hang out because there was a poker table, couches all around, and the biggest assortment of penthouse, hustler, playboy, God, what was around back then, man? Tons of magazines. So what was there not to like about it? And see, what they did was they used to use this thing for the after party of their chicken fights. Yeah, gallery, swank. Was swank around in the 70s, early 80s? Club, yes indeed, yes. Velvet, High Society. They were all there. Tons of them. We didn't have to go get any. They were there. But, you know, hanging around, sitting at the poker table, go buy something at the damn convenience store. Probably some great Mad Dog or something passing around. Oh, man, we're cool. And looking at nudie mags. But, so we get the bright idea, hey, man, let's just practice in here. I mean, see, we didn't know much about, you know, having a practice place or a studio or what. We just heard that you have to soundproof part of it. So, man, we asked Pinky if we could, because, you know, they weren't going down there much anymore. And he had the little shelters out there for the fighting cocks, but I don't recall ever seeing any out there. Maybe somebody got busted or what, and they stopped doing it for whatever reason. Randy asked if we could practice there, and they gave a deal. I mean, it had power, but it didn't have no plumbing. But so the kitchen was ripped out. So you had what was the living room, then the kitchen, then a little hallway where the bathroom was in that hallway. and then a bedroom in the back. It was a very small trailer. But, so he asked, could we practice there? And he gave the okay. And so we started, we go ahead and start soundproofing it. Blocked up some of the windows. We didn't block up all the windows, but most of them. And we put green shag carpet on the walls. Now, why we thought we had to do that, I do not know. But see, man, we had no one to instruct us, to lead us. We were just going by what we, but you know, we'd probably read an article. Oh, you know, the class used to practice in this place with egg cartons on the, you know, oh, okay, well, we got to get some egg cartons. Well, we couldn't find no egg cartons, so we got as many as we needed, so we had to use shag carpet. And so what we did basically was turned a nice little comfortable trailer into a hot box. Oh yeah. And so man, we're practicing there, you know, and eventually we even got into a few original songs. And we went to a studio once and got ripped off by the studio, and you know, it was the whole thing where, man, we record your demo, we'll do you some promo 8x10s, we'll record you a demo tape, and you know, you're on your way to stardom. Just give us, you know, what, $80, which might as well have been $800 to us at the time. But man, we got it up. And man, I still have a cassette tape of the stuff we did in the studio. We did Pretty Vacant, I Love You by the Heartbreakers, and we did one original. It's a little embarrassing, but man, one day I'll let that stuff out, you know, just so you can hear it all from the beginning, the way it happened, the way it was, the way it is. But so man, this is our damn trailer now. And one day we got some black paint, and Randy gave the, hey man, let's paint some shit on the outside of the Clash, the Jam, Dead Boys, Destroy, Sex Pistols. Well, for some, I mean, I don't know what the arrangement was with this trailer, okay? I don't know if it was just Randy's dad that had some kind of vested interest in this, or if someone else did. But all I know is one day we drive up there. We're going to get in some practice. And man, we find all of our shit crammed to like one side of the trailer, and there's somebody else's shit there. They had Marshall amps. They had a big fucking PA. I mean, it was nothing but speakers. Speaker cabinets. They even placed our drum kit over there. They had their drum kit there. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So, man, we start rearranging all their shit. Well, you can't come in our damn trailer and mess up our thing. Man, we had like Ramones posters all over the place, plasmatics, and so we start rearranging their shit. We're gonna put all your shit on one side, and we don't know who it is. All of a sudden, here comes a blue Mustang. And this good old boy gets out of that thing, and man, he is pissed. He's much older than us too, much bigger too. Dean was pretty fucking big though, and I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, maybe we just weren't street smart enough at the time, but I don't know. The three of us could have easily beat the shit out of this guy, I guess. But you know, we were kind of spooked. Hey, what are you touching my damn equipment for, you motherfuckers? Well, this is our trailer, man. We practice here. No, we practice here. You know, whatever the name of his band was. Spread Eagle or... Oh, fuck if I know. They were Southern Rock. Well... So we had some back and forth. And eventually we just started talking. Because, you know, we were looking at all the equipment they had, and it was just like, oh, man, what is this stuff even? You know, what does it even do? And then he could tell we were just interested, you know, and then he starts talking. But, of course, he's got to show his complete disapproval of us. Yeah, man, we come in here and y'all got all this punk rock faggot shit. And man, then we were just like, punk rock faggot shit, huh? Man, I know that if we had been a little bit less intimidated, we'd have had this guy looking at the ceiling. But like fucking kids, we sat there and took it. And then he gets out his Les Paul. That didn't impress us, though, because Randy played a Les Paul Jr. from 1957 or 1956. But he gets it out. He's showing us how the PA worked, and he starts playing. And, man, he's singing along. And that PA sounds so good. It's good and loud and crisp and clear. No feedback. And he starts giving us a few verse and choruses of Give Me 3 Steps. And from that moment on, I didn't want to hear Leonard Skinner ever again. It was kind of like one of them things. I mean, I don't know if it. I don't know if, like, when you get into punk rock in 1985 or 1995 or 2005, so somebody that didn't get into it then is going to have to tell me something. I mean, was it the same way for you as it was for us? Like, you draw the line in the sand and you say, okay, all that is you, but all this is us. Now it's us versus them. That's the way it was. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I still liked a lot of the stuff. I never stopped liking Grand Funk Railroad or Black Oak, Arkansas, or Kiss. I did stop liking Kiss because once Unmasked was out, I was like, fuck y'all. Keep it. But I don't know, man. It's just like we were all in. And we didn't like people talking about our bands. We didn't like people talking about the way we dressed. But man, we were in constant threat of having to get into it with somebody over just, you know, we'd have a jacket on with a sleeve cut there and the safety pins all in it or whatever, and there'd always be somebody there with something to say. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna be honest with you about something. I never liked mohawks. I still don't. I don't like Liberty spikes and all that shit. I mean, to me, mohawks look cool in The Exploited. Liberty spikes look cool in GBH and Discharge. But, you know, man, we never... we'd see that. But we never thought, well, that's what we got to do. Because we it felt completely unnatural to us. We kind of, you know, I guess we were influenced a little bit by the Sex Pistols and stuff. And, you know, we wore chains with the lock and black leather jackets and, you know, like someone said earlier, Sharpies. You know, you get a fatigue jacket and write on Sharpie, you know, all over it, all your bands that you like. And so you sure as hell couldn't find no patches then. Hell, you couldn't go to Myrtle Beach in the summer of 78, 79 You know what about the closest thing to punk rock you'd find? Iron On of Parallel Lines by Blondie. Oh yeah, that'd be about it. And but man, I'm telling you what. The point I'm trying to make is, even though I don't like that stuff or that fashion, man, you really got to give it to the kids that live in the small towns that take it that far. Walking around with a mohawk that's neon green or whatever. And you know, that's another thing. Dyeing the hair. Man, that there would get your ass kicked back then. But now it's normal. Man, we have guys come and apply for a job with green hair and shit like that. You see women pricing stuff at Walmart with blue hair. And I was like, oh yeah, it's completely acceptable now. It's safe. Everybody does it. Old people. White people, black people, Chinese people, they all do it. But man, there was a day when you did that, you were saying, you know what? I'm not into that thing you are all into. I'm into my thing. And being into your thing would could potentially get you into trouble. Now, I'm not saying we're the only ones that had it tough. Everybody. I'm seeing examples that you're typing, coming up, you know, going up the feed here. Yeah, it's the same story. Man, we all went through it, but it just really frustrates me. Like I said, that the small town punk rock, they don't get romanticized in punk rock culture. You know why? Because they figure we're all rednecks. And we're all, you know, somewhere along the line, you had to be a college graduate or an intellectual to be punk rock. But you know, the stuff they're calling punk rock today, you can keep it. It's a big hug and kiss fest. It's a blowing smoke up the ass fest. It's a, well, everyone that don't, now they are completely like what we fought against. If you're not liking what we do, 100%, if you don't follow the rules, you are outcast. Fuck you. That's what ANTiSEEN meant from the very beginning and means today. I don't care what you look like. ANTiSEEN, man. When we first, like the early days of punk rock, when they started to divide the states into scenes, the Charlotte scene, the Raleigh scene. You know, the Raleigh scene always looked down their nose at Charlotte. Well, that's the redneck scene. Because we were working class. We weren't a bunch of spoiled brats working in our parents' shops. And we didn't really have to work. We were working class. And we didn't give a shit about punk rock rules. And it started here in Charlotte. There was the hierarchy to sing kingpins and queenpins. And they would decide what was cool, who was not cool. And man, early on we were just like, fuck you. We do our own thing. We still do our own thing. And man, all I'm saying to you is do your own thing. Run it up the flagpole and see who salutes it. But those who don't, you don't have to kowtow to them. I mean, put that practice into everything you do. Punk rock nowadays. Shit. Hey, see, Miss Clayton says to me, hey, sexy, hey, beautiful. Let me get back in wound up mode here. My beautiful wife almost sidetracked me and made me get sweet. But, man, in everything, don't be so damn blind and compliant. Question shit. I know bands that used to have songs like Question Authority. What happened? Now it's all authority. Please throw a nice warm blanket around me and take care of me. Make sure I'm safe. I still question it. I will question it until the day I die. That whole spirit is out of punk rock. That ain't there no more. And that's why I have no interest in aligning myself with it. I have no interest in being part of it. And I sure as hell ain't going to support it. You just got to do what you do, man. If it feels right to you, then that's what you do. One of these days, they're going to back us up against the wall and say, what are you going to do? And you're going to say, motherfucker, I'm getting ready to break on through.